Aloha guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2. Today I'm gonna show you how I save my stamps onto my Brother Scan and Cut, and so I don't have to stamp and cut every time I want to use one of the stamp sets that I have. So I had already stamped out, as you can see over here. I have it zoomed in pretty much because I want to be able to show you the screen. But this is one of my new stamp sets that I got, and it's from the Alleyway Stamps, and I actually stamped these out on actually different color inks, but you can't really see that. But I'm going to save this to my machine, so each time I want to use this stamp set, I don't have to restamp it and then cut it. Okay, so first it would be good to have like something like this for the USB. This has a lot more memory than the machine itself. So far I haven't really ran out of memory yet, but eventually I probably will, because I'm saving a lot of my stamps onto the machine. Okay, so when you first turn it on, it's gonna go to this screen, and what you want to do is press that feed button, and it's gonna make the blade ready to cut, okay, or scan. So for this instance, I'm going to feed the paper. I know several of you guys wanted to see more of the scan and cut, because I don't know if I don't think this machine is as popular as like the Cricut or the Silhouette. So even for me, when I was learning how to use them, it was very hard for me to find like good tutorials so that I can learn from it. So I'm just sharing with you the things that I learned from it and how I use my machine. So I don't work for them, or things like that. But I have to figure out a way to record while I'm using the Scan and Cut canvas. That's the online editing software that the Scan and Cut provides, which is called Scan and Cut Canvas, and you can do a lot more manipulating type of thing on that rather than just the machine itself. So but I have to figure out a way to record that because it'll be on my computer screen. So I'll figure that out later. But so for this particular thing that I'm doing, I'm going to save it to my machine. So what you want to do is press the scan, and it's going to ask you, do you want to just cut it, or do you want to scan it to the machine? Scan to cut to data, that's what that means, and then scan to USB, which is one of these. You can save it. Okay, so you can do either way, but when you save it on this, you have to have this available next time you want to use this image. Okay, that's just one thing to be aware of, because for me, I saved some on my other one of these, and then I lost it, so I don't have those stamp sets that I saved onto that USB thing, but I'll probably find it somewhere in the house. So I'm going to scan it to the machine. So it's going to tell you put materials and then scan the mat. So we're just going to press the start, and then it's going to scan it, and then it's going to save it to your machine. So that's how I cut out, say, there's a lot of different images right now on this particular paper, But later on I can go ahead and just cut out the rock only if I want, or just cut out just a dinosaur, one of the dinosaur if I want. There's a lot of options. Once you save it to the machine, then you can edit it and then cut exactly what you want at that time. Because sometimes you stamp all of these out. Like I have a whole bunch of stamps that's stamped out, but I don't use them because that's not what I want to use at that time. So we're gonna do, okay, we want just the outline. So it's gonna kind of show you the outline of all the images that I stamped out, and this is what it's saved or it's going to save. So you can you see all of these black, I don't know, you can see it, there's a lot of these black dots at the bottom. That's because it's picking up things from the mat, because this paper is only 9 inches. This is a watercolor paper too. So I'm just going to minimize it so that I don't get all of those gunk, because it'll cut those areas. So everything that's in black line, it will cut. So I'm going to save this, and it's gonna save it. I'm going to save it to my machine. So it's done. It's saved into my machine. And at this point, like, I still want to cut these out since I stamped it out. I mean, you might as well because it's there. So what I'm going to do is go back home, because I don't think from this point, yeah, see, it's gonna delete everything that's already on the screen because it already saved, and you're going back to the beginning. You can just say okay, and at this point you can just do the direct cut and then go ahead and cut it. So it's going to recognize the image again, and then you're gonna say okay, and then you're gonna minimize it to where you want it cut. And then for this particular images, I want a little bit of a border, a white border around the edge. So I'm gonna press this and press the plus button, and it's gonna give you the 0.04 inches outline around the images that's there. So we're gonna go ahead and okay, and then we're gonna cut. You want to make sure that the paper is adhered to the mat really well, because unlike the Cricut mat or like the Silhouette mat, this Brothers mat is not sticky at all. Basically, it's very low tack. So you do want to make sure that it's adhered, otherwise it'll move and then it won't cut the images out properly. There. So at this point, another thing I wanted to mention is saving it onto this rather than the machine is good, because now if I was to have saved this image onto this, I can take it to my computer and then put it into my scan and cut canvas, and then I could change things around a lot more than the machine. It has more options. So now because I cut that in the watercolor paper, I do want to cut it onto like a Copic ready paper. So what I'm using is, this is Nina Solar white cardstock, and I want to cut it the same thing. So it's already there, so let me load the paper in, and then I can cut it again, the same thing, onto a different piece of paper. So now I'll be cutting it onto my Nina cardstock It's not gonna have the stamped images, but it's gonna cut the outline of the stamped image I just saved. This brother, the scan and cut, I think it's really amazing, and something that my Cricut can't do is that I could write my own message or writing, and then I can cut it. So that's another good use. Right now the die cutting is very popular, and a lot of the dies are available now for like sentiments like happy, birthday, hello, hi. You know, they have die cutting machines. I mean, die cutting those flick framelets or dies or whatever. There's so much. But if you have this machine, you can make your own. And with the scan and cut canvas, you can basically cut out any fonts that's on your computer. So I think that's cool, and I'll show you guys how to do that later. So for instance, in this stamp set there was like I stamped out a couple rocks. If I wanted, I could take it to my canvas scan and cut on my computer, and I think I could make a card out of that. You can weld it together, resize it, and then cut it out as like a card. I think you can do that. I haven't like played around with a whole lot of it because I did just get another, I did get a silhouette machine, and I haven't even opened it out of the box yet. So I'm kind of in the process of getting to know the silhouette too. So each machine does has their own good thing about it. So they do their own thing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but you see it cut out the images, not images, but the outline of the stamp. And now I can just keep this with my stamp set, and then whenever I want to use something, I already have something die cut. Okay, sorry about that. So everything that you touched turned red, so at this point you can just erase them all, the ones that you don't want. And then there's one more there that I didn't want, and now you have this to cut out. You can cut just this out if you want. This is just the dinosaurs. Press OK, and then press OK. And then now you can save this. Save it again to the machine. Did you want to overwrite the new? No, you don't want to overwrite the new. Overwrite or new. You want to do a new one, because otherwise it's going to remove all the stamped images that you saved. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So next time you go back and you don't want just the dinosaurs, you want the rocks, then it's all still there. And so now you can go ahead and go to home, delete all patterns, save data, then you can see what you saved. So right here, this is the original stamps that I saved. You still have that, so you can choose whichever one you want to print out, or this is the one we just resaved, just the dinosaur. So you have different options. And so for each stamp set that you have, you can save it. So you can cut it without even having to stamp and scan and do that whole process, because it's already saved into your machine. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share, and next time I'll share how you can edit things on the Scan and Cut canvas. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. I'm not the best at explaining things. I'm doing my best to explain them, but so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.